it was a criminal activity. Yeah, right from campaigning, where goons were deployed. Some of us, our security was removed. I'm sure you also witnessed voters being bribed while they were queuing. The heavy deployment of security officers in uniform, and the announcement actually by the CS for Interior that there were many more in civilian clothes. We were preparing an election as if we were going to a war somewhere in Baghdad. Yeah, from what we are seeing in the media, the same situation obtained in Kaspul, Kabondo. The violence was on another scale. In the area north, it was very bad. Even in Magarini, there was a bit of violence there. In Chwele Kabshai, several people even lost their lives. You remember, even we were shot at. Myself and the senator here, we were shot at during campaigns. So the government was determined to win this election by all means possible. They put aside all democratic ideals, a simple electoral process. They were obsessed with demonstrating to Kenya that they're still popular. But this is what we call, like in Malala, what we call a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, where you go to war and you lose both eyes, you lose your ears, you lose your both arms, you lose your leg, and somehow you win. So you will come out celebrating. But it's victory for what? Is it worth it? For us, I think from our side of the opposition in Malaba, we spent less than 5 million shillings, and we still got the same number of votes almost with the cabinet candidate, where they spent millions of shillings. They bribed voters, they gave out beans, they gave out rice, they gave out appointment letters, they gave out money. It was basically a draw. So from where we sit, actually our people in Malava showed a lot of commitment, a lot of patriotism. They came out in large numbers and actually voted for us. It's a shame to the government that you can spend such resources and still run around bragging that you've won, yet basically you've lost. Actually, were it not for bribing people who are already in the queue, because we told people to come out and vote. But they turn people in the queues and change their minds on the queues. If you are given 500 shillings, and with the levels of poverty that we have in this part of the world, people will change their mind just because of the money. So remove all these other inducements. Let the playing field be level and see if they can raise 20,000 votes in Malava. They would. IBC, by and large, they did their job well, but I think at some point they let the government have its way, especially by allowing free movement of government operatives in and outside of polling stations and bribing voters in their view. Not they are waiting for us to go out and report, but they could see even by themselves the voters who are being bribed. It's an electoral offense. I don't know what I'm going to do about all these that have been reported in the media about people being killed, vehicles being torched. Those are not part of our democratic ideals as a country, and the arbiter for elections, IBC, they should be enforcing these things, asking the police to do their job, but I don't think they did that. Can the government deploy all the resources deployed in Malava in all the constituencies? That's why we start asking our questions. All these members of parliament in Kakamega who are deployed to Malava, will they still be moving in one constituency? They move all of them, then they go to another one. Yeah, just three of us, Honorable Malala, myself and the Honorable Senator here. We're giving our government a run of its money. So come 2027, I'm telling you, Western is not going to be available for this kind of games. They're not going to be available, and I still urge our people that we love them, and personally I'm encouraged. But what the people of Malava did, they came out in large numbers. I think the voter turnout for Malava is highest in the country. Yeah, and they were very happy. They welcomed us to talk to them. They are listening to what we are saying. And 2027, actually, we are going to take this government a lesson that they'll never forget. Themselves.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a standard response. It's a template. Yes. When they're guilty, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm. And Governor, if that is why there was all that drama here in Western, yes, 2027 will come, but let them be informed that Kenya is not Tanzania.